Indian classical music is an ancient art form that has been passed down through generations. It is not just a musical genre but a way of life that has been preserved for centuries. Temples and shrines play an important role in keeping this genre of music alive. They are not just religious places but also cultural centers that have contributed to the preservation of Indian classical music. Indian classical music is an intricate and complex art form that has been preserved for centuries. It is not just a form of entertainment but also a way of life. It is deeply rooted in Indian culture and traditions. The ragas and the talas compositions of Indian classical music have been handed down from generations, and the tradition continues even today. To understand the importance of Indian classical music, one needs to understand the role of spirituality in the Indian way of life. The role of temples in Indian classical music. Temples in India are not just religious places but cultural centers that have contributed to the preservation of Indian classical music. Music played a vital role in the worship of Hindu deities. This led to the establishment of music schools in the temples, where musicians were trained to sing devotional songs and play musical instruments. The students were also trained in various disciplines such as dance, literature, and philosophy, which helped them to understand the song's meaning and context. Over time, Indian classical music evolved and became more sophisticated. In the medieval period, Persian and Mughal influences had a significant impact on the development of the classical music tradition. This resulted in the emergence of new forms of music such as thumri, ghazal, and qawwali. Thumri is a genre of semi-classical music that originated in the Awadh region of North India. It is typically sung in a slow and romantic style and often features lyrics that express love and longing. Ghazal is another form of semi-classical music that combines classical Indian music with Persian poetry. It is characterized by its intricate melodies and its use of poetry to express themes such as love, beauty, and spirituality. Qawwali, on the other hand, is a form of devotional music that originated in the Sufi tradition. It is typically sung in groups and features lyrics that praise God and the Sufi saints. Each of these forms of music has its own unique style and history, but all of them are deeply rooted in the Indian classical music tradition. Today, Indian classical music continues to evolve and adapt to new influences, but it remains a vibrant and important part of the Indian culture. The role of shrines in Indian classical music. Shrines in India are smaller versions of the temples but serve the same purpose. They are revered as sacred spaces where people go to offer their devotions to the gods and seek blessings. Shrines are also cultural centers that have contributed to the preservation of Indian classical music. Music played a vital role in the worship of the deities in the shrines. The musicians were trained in the same way as in the temples, where they were taught to sing devotional songs and play musical instruments that were specific to the shrine. Furthermore, shrines are not only spiritual and cultural centers but also a hub for social and philanthropic activities. They organize social welfare programs like providing free meals and healthcare facilities to the underprivileged and supporting education for underprivileged children. Shrines also provide a platform for artists to showcase their talents and promote traditional art forms. Additionally, shrines serve as a gathering place for communities and facilitate cultural exchanges between different groups. Many shrines host festivals and celebrations that showcase the rich diversity of their respective cultures. Through these events, people can learn about different customs and traditions, fostering mutual respect and understanding. Furthermore, traditional art forms play a significant role in preserving cultural heritage. They serve as a means of passing down cultural knowledge from one generation to the next. Many shrines showcase traditional art forms such as dance, music, and crafts, providing a platform for artists to share their talents with a wider audience. This not only helps to preserve these art forms but also gives the artists an opportunity to earn a livelihood from their craft. Additionally, it promotes cultural tourism, as visitors are drawn to these shrines to experience the unique cultural offerings they provide. Cultural shrines play an important role in promoting and preserving traditional art forms like dance, music, and craft. These shrines offer a platform to artists to showcase their skills and talents, and in turn, enable them to earn a livelihood. Moreover, the presence of these shrines helps in promoting cultural tourism, as people are attracted by the unique cultural experiences offered here. By supporting these shrines, we can contribute to the preservation and promotion of our traditions and heritage, while also promoting the economic well-being of our artists and cultural practitioners. The relationship between music and spirituality. Indian classical music is not just a form of entertainment but also a way of connecting with the divine. It is deeply rooted in the spiritual traditions of India, and many musicians believe that music has the power to elevate the soul and connect it with the divine. Ragas and talas are said to resonate with the chakras, which are energy centers in the body. When a musician plays a raga or a tala, it is believed to balance and align the chakras, thus leading to spiritual awakening. In conclusion, temples and shrines played an important role in the preservation of Indian classical music. They served as cultural centers where the musicians were trained and the compositions were passed down through generations. Indian classical music is deeply rooted in the spiritual traditions of India, and it has survived for centuries due to the preservation techniques that have been employed. The future of Indian classical music looks promising, and efforts are being made to preserve the art form for future generations.